This is going to be a part 2 in a video sequence or series about the Cull Havoc audio recording that's supposed to be a true recording of the police communicating back and forth on September 11th. Now, I'm just going to show you this really quick. This is the 2005 July 1st posting that started it all, with the links below in the description. This is the next posting the person made, or activity, May 25th, 2005, from Chicago. Cull Havoc set up a Let's Roll Community Forums account. Next time it was the 5th of February 2006, an update that was supposed to prop up the story that is literally just added a little bit more to the person's assertions before the audio recording. And again, as I stated in the previous one, this was supposed to totally confirm that the audio file was from 2001 and failed to do so because the person's citation to the site at the time didn't confirm their assertions at all. So I think it was mostly cross-promotion between two conspiracy theory websites, personally. But anyway, here we go. Then May the 3rd, 2006, Cull Havoc posted this again, which is supposed to be a 8-part series or whatever, 6-part series, about the subject. And it's supposed to now invoke the exploding mural van incident, Manita Transportation Institute. Well, that's kind of not really, well, we'll just go with it. Let's look up some citations for that as well here, but I just want to point out that that's 2006. Then the next part, this is Cull Havoc's YouTube page, May 6, 2007. And this is the Twitter page that he set up, or he set up, or she set up. Also, Cull Havoc's. This was done in 2010 September. You may have noticed every time it would be the anniversary of some time, or whenever it was convenient, this person would set up. And it literally has just 3 posts to it. So anyway, this is the transcript addendum that's supposed to be the extra parts. I don't know if this is accurate, and I'm giving credit where credit's due. This creative work I'm crediting to Cull Havoc. Anyway, this is supposed to be an audio recording, and the source is supposed to be Emergency Communications Channel number 30 for New York City, September 11th, and it's supposed to describe 2 sites located between 6th and 7th Street on King Street. Some of you in New York already perked up your ears. A van full of explosives, a mural painted on the side showing a remote-controlled plane, somehow that's supposed to be derived from an image, diving into New York City. And then we get this. The transcript itself says King and 6th Avenue, and then between 6th and 7th on King, and it also says Chambers and Broadway. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, well, let's go on to the next page. Let's enhance. So, the area we're talking about here is kind of, that's a pretty big area not to know what street or what part of town you're in. Second thing I got to point out is 6th and 7th Street don't actually converge at King. One of the streets changes its name before it gets there. Anyway, here we go. This is 31 King Street, New York, which is the way you look it up. It's not, I thought it might be 650 or something. And it's a populated area, so a bomb went off. I think the residents would remember this, so now you have to convince every one of them to not talk about the car bomb that went off on September 11th, because somehow or other that just makes a lot of sense. Okay, next. This is the Broadway location, Broadway and such. And of course, something could be going on here and be ignored on September 11th. Because, hey, anything's possible, right? Okay, now let's go on to the next part. This is a citation, and this may be the actual citation. Everyone who posts this, it leads back to a 650 megabyte file that's variously attributed, but this is the clearest one I've seen, because this is from someone's book trying to be academically valid. The International Institute for Surface Transportation Policy Studies. That sounds reasonable, and it's called the MTI. And it's February 2006, and Norman Y. Mineta, Saving Sea Lifelines, Lessons Learned in the 9/11 Terrorist Attacks. Now, this is a quote that gets attributed to this. And again, it's like a 650 meg file, and I'll go dig it up if it's real. But anyway, this is someone else's recording it, and we'll just read it. There were continuing moments of alarm. Okay, that easily translates to something like hysteria. A panel truck with a painting of a plane flying into the World Trade Center was stopped near the temporary command post. I like how vague this is, but a plane flying into the World Trade Center versus a plane flying into New York versus a plane blowing up over New York. We're getting conflicting stories here, including from the source recording, because this is supposed to be quoting the recording, isn't it? Or is it a news story with Dan Rather? Or is it just another meme or game of telephone? Next, the result of this, at least claimed to be part of this Institute Surface Transportation Studies page that's being requoted here in somebody's truther book. So it proved to be rented to a group of ethnic Middle Eastern people who didn't speak English. Now, what's the most likely assessment of this? Middle Eastern people who don't speak English? Would that describe people from Israel or Arabs in the year 2001 and other? Anyway, the police department evacuated the area, called out the bomb squad, and detained the occupants until a thorough search was made because they feared it might be a truck bomb, which is the normal term that's used. Okay. Now remember, both of the areas were reasonably populated, and apparently a truck bomb didn't go off because you don't have anything other than this audio recording that can't be confirmed to be real because the source is going out of their way not to provide the original audio cleaned up. At least that's what I'm getting, because they keep altering the ID tags so that I can't confirm it was made in the year 2001, and then they put in it's made in the year 2001 when they clearly said they altered it, so it can't be altered that day. But anyway, the New York Police Department evacuated the area, called out the bomb squad, and searched the car. The vehicle was found to be an innocent delivery truck operated by Middle Easterners who didn't speak English. Okay, but it was supposed to have a mural painted of a plane flying into the World Trade Center. I don't think that they would be released, but let's look at the book writer's assessment after this straw man has been assembled for them. So they didn't find it odd that a delivery truck rented to ethnic Middle Easterners was professionally spray painted. Wait a minute, when was it professionally spray painted? With a mural depicting the exact events of the same day. Yeah, I don't think that actually happened, because that's a little bit of a stretch, and I'm pretty sure that's a lie, or more accurately, an example of hysteria, and it's someone calling it in on a phone. But anyway, this van was an innocent delivery truck. There was no mention of it exploding, as the police transmission confirmed. No. The audio recording is supposed to be police transmission, that's supposed to be, what was it again? Like Channel 30 or whatever, the New York Police emergency band. Isn't able to be confirmed because the source of it was many years later and never provided corroboration. But anyway, no, it did confirm an explosion. It's an audio recording so broken up you're reading stuff into it. But anyway, let's see. They were certainly not Arabic or Muslim individuals. Why would you say that? Are you trying to exonerate the people who actually did the attacks on September 11th? Because you're just your hand and you're writing in your book here, guy. There's not a single mention of this incident in the 9/11 Commission report. Yeah, because it wasn't a bomb car. It was a mistake. It may have even been an example of people just making a mistake, assuming that they're Arabs, and figuring out they weren't. If they weren't Arabs, there would be no reason to cover it up. Well, nobody covered anything up. The story's made up. The audio recording is probably fake. Or isn't. You have to provide corroborating data. And nobody does. Because that gets rid of the ability to have this argument continually. And yes, this citation at the top is probably bogus as well, but I'm going to go look into it. But I did look into this guy. As you noticed from the pixels, this person was pushing this narrative all over the net rather severely, along with a lot of other stuff. Next, this is an effort to exonerate the murderers and attackers that killed probably thousands of people in one day. And that made an entire religious organization, the very large one, and a ridiculously large portion of the population of this planet look bad. So it's in their best interest to debunk facts. Next, the person backpedaled almost, not quite a year later, 6 months later, almost exactly, really, and went to the trouble of posting a corroboration file that still shows that they modified it, because they can't not add a copyright disclaimer. And then later, confirming the exploding mural van cover-up was done through supposedly Meta Transportation Institute. And this was promoted on YouTube and Twitter by this Beastie Boys hatted image. It's actually a specific criminal image there with the Beastie Boys hat. But anyway, continuing. King and 6th Avenue aren't on 7th. Chambers and Broadway's a little too far away to be confused that easily by police. That's about a mile away. That's a little to believe. And them naming two streets that aren't running parallel because one of the streets changed its name is really weird. That doesn't make any sense at all. That really seems suspicious to me. That doesn't sound like police in the area with a lot of experience. Next, anybody living in this area, if a bomb car went off, a truck bomb went off, would probably talk, or they were dead. Where's the damage? Next, this is totally unrelated location, but sure, again, thing. And again, this one here is supposed to be the citation, straw man together, but what this is I'm going to interpret it for you. There were continuing moments of alarm and panic and hysteria that day. Someone calling in that there was a panel truck with a painting of the World Trade Center being hit by a plane near the temporary command post actually ended up being Arabs driving a truck. They didn't speak English, and the New York Police Department panicked and called the bomb squad. That's the assertion in this. That's the easiest way to interpret it. Not that they were trying to help. For some reason, you got to twist ethnic Middle Easterners into being Israeli Mossad agents. Mossadomy. Anyway, next. The original source for this audio recording has been debunked by me because of the fact that they won't provide a replacement file. Next, the Cole Havoc email address is said you can't contact the person. I'm not allowed to contact them through YouTube because YouTube took away the direct DM or PMing capability. And this person was shopping the store around to get page views. The story's BS. Everything based on it is BS. Now I'm going to do audio analysis next, but again I have to repeat this. This is very easily debunked. It's very easily shown to be yet another example of a 9/11 truther posting fake stories or falsifying evidence. And 6th and 7th Avenue do not run parallel to King Street because they do not. And Chambers and Broadway are a mile away. And that's the end of it. I'm sorry, we're done. If anybody wants me to go further into it, that's fine, but please present some sort of corroboration first and foremost for the audio file. Otherwise, everything derived from it is probably BS. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.